want to continue to bring you coverage of some major changes that are happening at school districts all across the valley as we look at your education impact. Now, many forced to make some cuts all because of financial crisis. And the latest is Phoenix Elementary School District. They voted late into the night last night, and finally the vote came out to close 2 schools, along with getting rid of several teacher and staff in positions. Now, 12 News journalist Troy Lynch, he is live this morning at Paul Lawrence Dunbar School with more on last night's meeting. And Troy, this is one of those schools. Is this school on the chopping block?
Yeah, Dunbar School is one of the schools that Phoenix Elementary School District will be closing down. It was a very emotional meeting last night. Some people were seen crying as they were leaving the meeting after the board unanimously voted to close down both Hurd and Dunbar Elementary School. But that's not it. They're also they're also going to change some school boundaries, and they're going to be cutting 65 teacher and staff positions. So parents, students, and teachers all attended the near 6-hour-long meeting, and there were still mixed reactions on how the board should vote. Now, previously, 12 News was told by the superintendent that the district would have to make $12 million in cuts if no action was taken. Now, the other 2 options were closing down no schools, but cutting 86 teacher positions and all before and after school programs, including sports and pre-K. But school would most likely have to close. Other schools would most likely have to close in the future. And then the other option would be to save the most money would be to close 2 schools, but then cut 98 different teacher and staff positions. Now, Superintendent Deborah Gonzalez spoke exclusively with 12 News after the meeting, and she says they were in a similar position back in 2019, but COVID funding gave them a false sense of security.
Fortunately, we had ESSER funding for the 3 years to the tune of about $74 million. That sustained us, but it gave us a false sense of sustainability. So as soon as that money disappeared, that's when everything began to unravel. And unfortunately, we're going to continue to see that in districts across the state.
Now, the CFO of the district, who is the first true CFO accountant the district has had in 8 years and is less than 2 weeks into the job, said after the vote, they are still short about $5 million next school year. So there is going to be a meeting between all the district leaders that's supposed to happen a little bit later this morning. But coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, we're going to be hearing from parents and how they reacted to the vote. We're live here in Phoenix. Troy Lynch, 12 News, Today in AZ.
Yeah.